If you don't know, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he had a very Clyde situation when he was at LSU. And to be clear, he has stated that's why he took this kind of leave of absence, because he has been carrying the baggage from this. But
I don't think that was fun for him.
No, it was not fun for him at all. But somebody tried to rob him and he smoked him. Like it was like, I think he was going to buy some electronics from somebody that he came across on Craigslist or something like that. And they tried to get him and he was ready. And like the reports from the police were, it's never been a clearer case of self-defense that I have ever seen. Right. But
Witnesses,
it was it was one thing when we thought these dudes might have a lot of money. Now that people know they got bread, know them, and a lot of these cats, man, they get to school not too far removed from whatever environs they started in. So either A, they're woefully naive, or B, they might be kicking it some places that they used to kick it before that you stopped kicking it once you got some money in your pocket. This is going to be something.
I mean, that's a lesson that professional athletes have a difficult time really processing. And I think that's going to be much harder at the college level, because the younger you are, the harder it is to learn something. And there's no worse way to learn something than by having to crash the car, by having to run headlong into it, right? I'd rather that not happen. It is also strange to me this. I wonder how many of them are just going to end up completely borked on their taxes. Like how many people are going to end up in a real bad spot with the feds, which again, at the last couple of weeks, maybe enforcement's going to be a little laxer than we're used to.
That's right. They fired everybody at the IRS.
Attention, student athletes with poor bookkeeping skills. You might have caught a break for a minute. Okay, so get them straight is what I'm saying, because I know that's not going to be the case forever. So take that time, get it straight. Got a couple of years probably to get everything lined up. Go do that.
This is actually something that gets controversial when you start talking about college sports. And I think that people look at it the wrong way. But correct me if I'm wrong, but every lawyer or every law firm has got to do like some amount of pro bono work. Like that's just part of what it is. And so there's always a firm who does this pro bono work on behalf of the local college football program.
Yeah.
And so there will be the guy who represents every athlete when they get in trouble. And my belief had always been, if you're not going to get these boys no money, which, by the way, the revenue sharing is coming, but up until now, that programs have not actually done. They've gone and got some money, but the programs haven't given them money. Anyway, I've always felt like the least you could do is help them out with a lawyer when they get in trouble. Like this idea that these guys don't deserve the best lawyer that they could get is decidedly un-American, right? It is un-American by definition. If you can help them get a lawyer, if you got a friend, you should help them get the best lawyer that they can get. Okay, cool. They do that. I do not think that there is a same code for accountants, but there should absolutely be some accountant in town who says, look, I'll give you guys a discounted rate or whatever, but I swear I'll do all of your taxes and I will be advertised as the tax man for the area or whatever it is. Because you and I both have spent time in our lives being freelance writers.
Mm-hmm.
And just
the accounting gets squirrely.
Well, what gets whirly about the accounting is nobody explains any of this stuff to you. And so if you like when I worked at Fuddruckers, they took taxes out of my check.
Easy.
Cool. When I started doing this other writing, they did not take taxes out of my check, which for a period of time I mistakenly believed was because they didn't take taxes out of this kind of money.
Falling out of control.
Because of course they would. And then it's like, what you mean? What you mean?
Every dollar I've got is a dollar. Neat.
Right.
It's a whole dollar.
And then after that, you realize, I have to do this myself. I got you, but you can't necessarily afford to live on this take the taxes out money. And so, you make some accommodations or whatever it is. All of that is to say, young people don't understand the magnitude of taxes. They just don't. And this is going to happen to a few people. The program should totally be looking out for them, but I doubt that they will.
And if you want to know when you're going to see stories that emerge from this great adjustment, trend up, tick up, put a little reminder on your calendar. Revenue sharing starts this summer. Okay, get June, July. That's when I believe all of that money is going to start to kick in. And that's when you might get some interesting stories of young people learning lessons the hard way. Which, by the way, I just want to say, this is paternalistic only in its concern, not in its prescriptions. What I am saying is I am worried for you because these are problems I have had with far less money.
Yes.
You are going to receive far more money and your problems per the Biggie Smalls corollary will be bigger.
Yes,
with more money, additional problems.
Yes, this is not concern trolling.
No,
I have been saying this from the very beginning, that these young men and women deserve the opportunity to make bad decisions with this money. But please understand, bad decisions are on the way. I'm trying to imagine if I'm any insurance company, I wish a 21-year-old would ask me to give them a policy on a Lamborghini. Are you kidding me? Like when Bijan Robinson was at Texas and he had to deal with the Lamborghini company, I'm like, are you people crazy? You're giving a Lamborghini to a 21-year-old? What are you, high?
To put it in a slightly different context, I want you to imagine the insurance implications and potential safety concerns for the SEC lineman or the Big Ten lineman, a tackle, somebody or a guard, right? Who's definitely got some six-figure bonus money coming in, and they go, I should have paid my taxes, but I bought a $28,000 side-by-side with neon lights on it. Like, that's somebody's going to do that too. And they're going to drive it around campus. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be phenomenal.
And they're going to buy some really expensive guns. The white boys are going to buy the most expensive guns, right? Like, that's going to take on a whole different life situation, like, right?
I didn't know that you could buy a sniper rifle, but he has one.
Yes.
He's got a 50 cal in his apartment. Why do we have this gorgeous vintage Italian Mossberg shotgun, right? Why do we have this here? Because NIL, buddy.
Yeah. No.
It's my money. I can do what I want with it.
Yeah, we're giving a lot of money to the dumbest people in the world. In fact, what's problem is that they're not the dumbest people in the world, because the dumbest people in the world might ask for some advice. They're just smart enough to make the dumbest decisions when you factor in the raw level of dumbness and multiply it by the magnitude of the money itself.
Yeah, and the scrutiny, and like, also nothing worse than people egging you on.
The NFL season is officially over, but the NBA is only heating up, which means you could turn $10 into $1,000 in a single game watching your favorite teams only on PrizePicks. You can make a PrizePicks lineup with NBA or even college basketball in as little as 60 seconds. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players and stat types are what make PrizePicks the #1 fantasy sports app. So make sure you go to prizepicks.com/Bomani and use code Bomani for a first deposit match up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/Bomani. PrizePicks, daily fantasy sports made easy.